I think all of you have gone through the note that we have sent, little bit, 1 page, 2 page, or something like that. So we had a meeting prior to this meeting on 16th of December, in which we have got 65 participation from different policy institute in this innovation and incubation value chain, right from public sector, individuals and incubators, bureaucrats and all. And we had a whole day discussion about what could be the policy framework for innovation-led student entrepreneurship movement, because I think most of you know that there's a new ministry has come up in government this time. That's called Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship in Delhi. And also many other states are taking part actively in designing framework and action agendas. So the two-page note that we have given to you is the outcome of that deliberation on 16th of December. So this covers, I think, quite a bit areas which came out from the discussion that could be primitive need for students to start. We have also taken some points around funding, ecosystems and other parts also. So these are the key indicators which you can look for, but still we have invited the student because in that session we had only one student startup who presented in that discussion, and I think huge amount of insights came from his talk. So we decided why not to invite more and more young innovators and entrepreneurs both. So in this room, entrepreneurs are not only in service or product, also some are in the hardcore technology. We also give award to innovations which are in different colleges, in pharmaceutical sciences, engineering and other. In Gandhian Young Technological Innovation Award, I think 5 to 6 teams are there who have been awarded in the last 3 years and then trying to push their innovation to market. These are hard technology products. So what kind of challenges they face in year to year for pushing this innovation? We have people from social enterprise sector who have pushed their agendas in a different way. And also we have people, I think, who have already in a well-off manner, who has a 5-6 crore turnover in startups. So that what their perspective, how did they manage in their college campus to start and then go up. So we have quite a bit diverse audience here, and we'll have 30 student startups to discuss with us. And of course, we have the IIM Alumni Association, the local chapter people who have been trying to help a bit into this process. They will be here to look at what synergy can be developed. So whatever outcome we can bring by 4-5 p.m. today could be a very good annexure to this 4-page document. And probably by compiling all these things, we'll share it with the different government and public sector policymakers who can take the next step. So, Professor Gupta.
Thank you, Hiranmay. Welcome once again to the Institute and also to this platform. We are very keen that we learn not only from those who are present in the class, but also those who are participating in this meeting through webcast. The meeting is being webcast at iima.vimukti.com, iima.vimukti.com. So those of you who want to tweet on your phone, you can do that now, so that your friends who could not come can join this meeting virtually. We believe in open platforms, open innovation, open access, and I think there is no better way than to use virtual platforms for inviting people around the world who are awake at this moment, and also those who are keenly interested in the startup policy to join us and participate. We will be tweeting at startup. Will that be startup? Student startup is too long, or have you done that already? Make it startup. Hash at startup, hash startup. I think that's the one which you can all use. Or IMA startup, we should do it. Yeah. All right, IMA startup. So if everybody uses this hash, we'll be able to pool all the tweets that are going around, and where we will receive your comments, and my colleagues are going to track your tweets, and whenever there is a need, there is a point which is very specific, we'll bring that in the discussion. So I welcome all those who are virtually with us and also those who are in this room. As Hiranmay explained, our purpose is that the national policy which is being developed for 4 classes of entrepreneurship becomes gets informed and influenced by our young minds. That is the purpose of today's meeting. So, you have to be absolutely critical, absolutely constructive, and absolutely frank about the problem that we have in the ecosystem, which is designed to support all of you. We are confident that we will develop some new vision for incubating, for providing support to the innovators. One of the major departure that we would like to discuss today is, should we have a much greater thrust on what we call as in situ incubation model, in situ incubation model. That means that if Nirmal has some startup, some auto driver who wants to set up his own enterprise, where other auto drivers become the franchisee of that entrepreneur, let us say, then shall we ask him to join our incubator here, or we can provide him or her the mentoring wherever he lives, because he can't leave his job, he cannot leave his parents, he has to look after them. So, we have to develop a model where young people who have dreams in their eyes, and that fellow may not need too much money, maybe 20,000, maybe 10,000 is all that he needs to develop some product which he would like other auto drivers to display in their vehicles, so that he can get an extra income, and lateral markets develop. That means one entrepreneur support another entrepreneur support another entrepreneur. We have a relay of entrepreneurs in the country, a model that we have not yet tried properly. Each one of us tries to develop our own solution and want to grow alone run in a race alone, as if this world is only for competition. We would like to explore the potential of collaboration. There is a great deal of collaboration possible among entrepreneurs, among startups. In fact, among startups, collaboration has much higher payoff than among any other group of people in our or entrepreneurs in our society. So, when we are starting early with any idea, we need all the feedback, we need all the support, we need all the hand holding, we need all the links to the other actors in our society, and therefore, it is very important. So, first idea that we will discuss in a few minutes about in situ incubation. Second would be, how do we promote collaboration rather than only competition among startups. You compete with the world, you compete with yourself actually. If you really want to compete with someone, compete with yourself. Make sure that you do not repeat what you had done yesterday and try to improve upon that. So, really, if we have to compete, we should compete with ourselves and not with others. With others we collaborate, we compete with ourselves, trying to excel every day, trying to improve our understanding, trying to create new opportunities. I am very happy that our alumni, IIMA alumni are here, several of them who have supported several startups, and I will like him to explain as to how they would like to join this movement more actively in future, to bring more alumni who would like to join this effort. We have students from IITs, from INIT, from various other GTU, other institutions, which have also been trying to promote entrepreneurship. Third point that we want to stress today is student startups. It is too late when you pass out, the opportunity cost becomes too high, particularly for our students, but true for most students actually. When you have a job in hand, that seems safer bet, and the risky path of an enterprise or after entrepreneurship seems very hazy, seems very difficult, seems not very likely in the near future, and we say, all right, we will serve for some years, save money, and then get into entrepreneurship. I have heard it so often. Every other student of ours who has little bit of a spark in his or her eye will always say that, sir, I am already almost ready, almost ready. There is nothing like almost ready. You are either ready or you are not ready. And what my point is that as a student, when you are studying either in technology or in management or any other course, biology or pharmacy, as Ashna is here, at that time you have a license to fail. There is no stigma on failure. Actually, there is no stigma on failure at any stage, but certainly not at this 20s, because everything is part of academic learning, everything is part of a project that you are doing. So, we are very keen that when we hear the experiences of the startups, we would like them to tell us how can our students overcome their fear of failure and try to court failure, court uncertainty, so that they can take risks and start. I am sure some of these startup entrepreneurs sitting here would welcome students to join them formally, informally, and enjoy the fun of autonomy and agency. Autonomy is freedom to act, agency is ability and willingness to use that freedom. We need there is a paradox between autonomy and agency. People have freedom, our students have most freedom, most students have freedom, but they do not use that freedom because they do not have the agency. They are afraid of using that freedom. So, if we want in this country in the coming year minimum 10,000 startups, with all the incubators put together, we do not even have 500 startups. At that rate, this country is not going to change at all. We need 100,000 entrepreneurs. Our proposal to the government is that each district, there are 650 districts, minimum we should have is 10 startups in the first year in each district, which itself makes quite a large number. And then we should be aiming at 100 per district at least, and then maybe 1,000 per district. For 20 lakh population, 1,000 entrepreneurs is not a big number actually, if you ask me. In a district, there is about 20 lakh people, 25 lakh people. So, please appreciate that the revolution that is waiting to happen now is there was no better time than this. We had an entitlement biased policy for the last few decades. We are moving from entitlement to entrepreneurship. There is much more thrust on entrepreneurship. There is much more thrust on unleashing the entrepreneurial power of our society. I was a member of National Innovation Council. I cannot tell you how many fights I had with Sam Pitroda on not talking too much, but doing something and helping young people come up. We could not help in the 3 years of NIC even 3 startups properly from the NIC platform. We may have talked a lot about that. So, naturally we do not need such platforms. We need platforms which will perform, which will support, which will encourage, and which will remove the stigma on failure as far as fear of failure is concerned. Finally, today we also want to achieve another thing, which is a network where people will share their experiences, share their ideas, share their lessons. We wrote yesterday that we would like to have at least 5 lessons from all the startup, each startup today. So, there are a lot of lessons that we want to learn. We have all kinds of stories. When I met the entrepreneur who set up the Red Bus, I mean, you should know how did he begin, very small, very intuitively, no business plan. Many of you feel very happy when you draw up a spreadsheet. I do not want to look at them because it is so easy to play with a spreadsheet. You tell me what you want, I will make a spreadsheet accordingly. It is such a simple thing. I am not saying we do not need a spreadsheet, but that is not the point. That is, you do not need a spreadsheet at the point of beginning. You may need it at some stage when you have to consolidate your balance sheet. You need to keep track of your costs and expenditures and cash flows. Yes, you may need that at that stage, but spreadsheet is not what will motivate us to get into entrepreneurship. What will motivate us to get into entrepreneurship is an idea, a niche which is unmet, a social need, economic need, and cultural need which is unmet. I must mention one more idea that I told you that there are 4 niches where we are working. We are working with the student startup. We would like some feedback and suggestions on how students can set up enterprise. Second is how can the entrepreneurs who have already set up their enterprises be supported so that they can help each other grow, not just vertically but also horizontally. How can one entrepreneur become a supply chain member of another entrepreneur? How can we do that? Third, how can public procurement policy in our country be biased in favor of startups? Today, no startup can bid for an order because you are required to have at least 3 years balance sheet and a minimum turnover of X amount, maybe 2 crore, 5 crore, 50 crore. For large end orders, you need to have 50 crore. Even if you have a competitive product, even if you have set up your manufacturing facility, you are denied an opportunity to bid for it under your brand name. So, what you have to do? You have to tie up with some established player, say L&T or whatever, and then they will sell your product under their brand name, and after 3 years also you do not have a balance sheet to show as to what have you done. So, that is a serious deterrent. It is a serious deterrent in public procurement policy. If our country wants to grow further through entrepreneurial process, we will have to overcome this roadblock that we have in public procurement, because public procurement is a huge market, unprecedented. I mean, you can't imagine the scale of that market, and therefore, unless startups get inroads into that policy in that space, we will not be able to do that. Fourth is very important. You must have heard about a lot of effort going on in skilling our country. And yesterday minister made a very fox paw, because he made a statement that there are only few % of people skilled. Actually speaking, this country has had a great tragedy in the last 10 years, 15 years. We had a program called as Rural Employment Guarantee Program, which to my mind was the biggest program of de-skilling in the history of human civilization. In the history of human civilization, we never had a bigger program which would say, if you are an artist, you are a sculptor, you are a painter, you are a performer, you are unskilled, because you have to now come and dig the earth, make a road, break the stone. That is what this policy required. You understand? So we converted millions, hundreds of millions of people, 250 million people of our country who were supposed to get 100 days of employment were converted into unskilled labor. There would be nothing more tragic. So what are we trying to say? We are trying to say that can we leverage, can we set up enterprises which build upon the skills in which this country is rich? And there are three things we may have to do. Either we create market for skills which exist. So let us say you are in education space, you are trying to improve the primary school, you persuade the education department, sir, one wall of every primary school should be painted by a folk artist, and we will organize that, and you will ensure that quality is good, and local artists will only paint that wall. You know how many jobs you have generated, how much entrepreneurship potential you have created, how much market you have opened. We have how many schools in the country? If one wall of every school was to be painted by a local artist, this country will have a revival, a renaissance in art, which happened 500 years ago in Europe. It will happen now. Nirmal, it is possible. It is possible that we can do that. Similarly, the performers, you have a birthday party, you have a marriage, well, you must invite bands, I have nothing against that, but also invite the folk artist. Our students at Chaos and your Confluence and all other functions have one window for folk artist, from Kutch, from Dang, from, you must have seen at food festival, no? We had those artists using different kinds of devices to perform. Invite them, make them perform, so you create opportunities. So many thousand students come to your functions. I am addressing my students here. Some of them will like them, they will also invite to their cultural fest. You have opened a market, new market for cultural entrepreneurs. Second thing that we want is those skills for which market does not exist, how do we augment those skills? So for example, if they use the clay colors, can we give them acrylic? Can they use the other colors, durable colors, and paint with them, because they may need different brushes, different techniques. Can we augment their skills? And third is where we have to repurpose the skill. Today there are a lot of old people and they need support, they need help. Many of you will be working in companies and or you have your own companies, your wives will also be working. The result will be that your parents have to be looked after, grandparents have to be looked after, and you will say, look, I can pay, but I need somebody to look after them round the clock. Do we have agencies which provide affordable and compassionate and empathetic care for elderly people? This is a huge space for entrepreneurship, huge space for entrepreneurship. Anybody or any number of people who come up in this space, I can tell you there is a huge unmet demand, isn't it true? Huge unmet demand from people who would like the elderly people to be taken care of better, because they think they can afford it, some of them. Those who can't afford, we have to find social security measures, but we should not make elderly people feel in the evening of their life they are wasted people, they are good for nothing. That is not the culture that we have. We do not want to put old people in the old people house. That is the Western model, that is the not model for our country. We want them to enjoy all the facilities that a family, a warm family provides. That is why our institute model is also important, because we do not want young people to come from districts, come from the hinterland, all of them come to the main cities, big cities, and only then they will get incubation support. No, that is not right. We must provide incubation support, we must provide mentoring, we must provide risk capital, we must provide the supply chain management support, we must provide all kinds of back end and front end support to these entrepreneurs wherever they are. That is what in situ means, wherever they are, wherever they are. If they are in a remote village of Panchmahal or Kutch or Dang or wherever, our support system should reach them there. This is the challenge, this is the challenge, most important challenge that we have to address today. So I will close by saying that we have to repurpose the skills, we have to augment the skills, we have to create market for existing skills. As far as skill based system is concerned, we need entrepreneurs who will do that. People are skilled, but somebody has to create market for those skills. And if we don't create market, those skills will be lost. So please remember, more knowledge will be lost, more skills will be lost in this generation than ever in the history of humankind. In the last 5,000 years, so much skills have not been lost, so much knowledge will not have been lost as in this generation. So we have a great responsibility for our grandchildren. If we want those skills to be available in augmented form, in rejuvenated form, then we should generate entrepreneurial opportunities for those people. So I will stop here, and what we will do, we will have a brief round of introductions, just one word or so about yourself and why you are here and what you want. Just 1 or 2 lines, please start.
Hello all. Hello. Hi all. I am Anay Mashruwala. I am a 4th generation entrepreneur manufacturing industrial valves, and I am an adjunct professor the next door at Ahmedabad University, and I head the ESL over there as well. Thank you.
I'm Himal Parikh. I'm PGP 80 from IIM Ahmedabad, and currently the president of the local chapter of the Alumni Association, and we are working very closely with Professor Gupta in nurturing certain startups. We have created a small informal innovation fund of about 5 lakhs, which is going to support, mentor, and help about 8 startups to go to the next level.
Hi, good morning everyone. I am Nirmal Kumar, and I am an example of one of the college startup. When I was student of this campus, I started an initiative called G Auto. Probably those who are from Ahmedabad would be knowing. We are the pioneer of the aggregation of the vehicle business. Today we hear a lot about Uber and a lot of other organizations who aggregate the vehicles and provide vehicle on call on web. So we are basically the pioneer of this business, and we are operating in Ahmedabad, Gandhinagar, Rajkot, Surat and Delhi with the name G Auto, where we provide auto rickshaw on call. You can call, you can book auto rickshaw on website through our mobile application, and can get reliable, safe, metered auto rickshaw at anywhere in the city. That is 24/7 service. So
Tell your number also, yeah.
yeah. So
one line
the
ad
number
for that.
so the number you can call is 927 44 444 44.
927 44 444 44.
Yeah, and the website is www.g-auto.org, and the application is same, G-Auto.
And it's completely safe for women?
Yes, it's safe for everyone, and it's all the, like we heard a couple of days back that the hue and cry that the police verified drivers and all. This practice we have been following for last 5 years. All the drivers are police verified. All they have license, badge. So the filtering process is very strict to join the network. Once they join the network, we have a strict regulations for training, for follow-up to customers, to drivers.
Nirmal, if some startups can't afford a car and can't afford a driver a chauffeur-driven car, but they need transportation,
Yes.
they can lease some autos from you?
Definitely, yeah. So they kind of we can have a collaboration. You can have monthly basis, you have a hourly basis, or if you do not want hourly and monthly basis, if your employees, let's suppose your employees are going in field and they want transportation, so if suppose you don't want to give them car facility, you can have auto rickshaw which will be giving bill also. So your employee can't say that okay, the bill is 500 rupees, so whatever will happen, they will get a physical and electronic receipt. So that's a very good, cheaper, and not only cheaper, of course auto is the cheapest everywhere in India, but it is cheapest and safest.
And I'm sure you will provide them some discount on advertising their products. You right? For all these startups, on his behalf, I assure you that you will get a discount for advertising your product and services on his auto. Can I say that? So I have already said that he has committed that. Yes.
I used his services some time back through, and it's very reliable. And I want to throw a challenge for the startups. If somebody can create a very economical AC rickshaw, which is the need of the hour to compete with the cabs.
Good. Next, please. Yeah.
Hello everyone, good morning. I am Vidya Rana from Love for Salad.
Hello everyone, good morning. I am Ashish Vyas from Love for Salad. We are changing the way people are eating. Like it's easy to sell junk food, but we are bringing back the helpful food, as in like salads for every day. I mean, you can eat salads, a lot of variety, so people can start eating the healthful food again. That's basically.
Are you a student still?
No, sir. I was
passed
with.
out?
Yeah, passed out. Long back.
Long back? Good.
Hello all, I am Vishakha Joshi from Nirma University, pursuing BTech third year.
Hi all, I'm Lippy Vora. I'm a student at Nirma University and I'm working on an idea currently which is supported by SparkUp.
Okay.
Good morning all, I am Rahul Bakchandani and I founded and I lead Youth Connect. It's one of the India's fastest growing media outlets with over 1.5 million users. We're also running Youth Connect Foundation, and I'm here because I've been working closely on the GTU startup policy, and we are also working with GU and other universities to implement startup policy in non-technical as well as other fields. Thank you.
Back.
Hello, I am Devashish Raut. I am a PGP1 student from this institute.
I am Aditya Kumar. I am also a PGP1 from this institute itself.
Good morning, my name is Pashwa Shah. I am an engineer by profession and I have started a startup called Cast Stone. So instead of carving stone, I use the quarry dust that is obtained and I cast the stone for different landscaping and architectural and interior purposes.
Load bearing? These are load bearing?
It could be a structural element also, but mainly I'm focusing on architectural and non-structural elements for now.
Non-structural.
I just started 6 months back.
Hello everyone, my name is Dhruv Desai. Currently I am working with a guy whose name is Kinder Shah, and we are developing standing wheelchair for the paraplegics people, especially for Indian markets, a low cost device.
Good morning everyone, my name is Deep Patel and I am the co-founder and CEO of Interestship. Interestship is a startup Interestship. Interestship is a startup incubated at Venture Studio. It's an opportunity network to connect passionate students to innovative companies.
Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Sohan Kalsaria and I am working in a company called Interestship with Deep Patel.
Hello everyone, my name is Nishan Dubey and we just started our Organic G brand name to provide organic food and beverages.
ब्रांड नेम तो बताओ अपना यार, कैसे एंटरप्रेन्योर हो? Advertise the product. Everybody is listening to you on the web.
We have Organic G brand and our organic cow milk is coming with Vasudha Gai Nu Doodh. It's locally available, and we have organic cookies. We have organic khakra also, and I am very thankful to Srishti, who is our technical partner, to provide all recipe and all technical support. Thank you very much.
Good morning everyone, my name is Jiten Lotia. I'm a team member of a organic team, Organic G. Just started 2-3 months before that.
कितना टर्नओवर है अभी? कितने customers कितने? How many customers?
Sir, we started just 2-3 months back and we taken a part of that food festival over there. And we launched that cookies there. So we just grown about how to marketplace.
Okay.
So it's going on.
Hello everyone. Good morning. Myself Sunil, and we have a team of the 4 people. We are working in the field of the organic, and we have been working since 1 year. We are in the field of the organic dairy products and the organic cookies, and we have appointed 4 to 5 retail outlets in Ahmedabad. And the same way we are getting support from the Srishti for the organic cookies. They have transferred their recipe to us and they are supporting as a technical assistance, and the same way how you can motivate yourself. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Mahesh Ginwani and I just quitted my job day before yesterday from TCS as a business analyst, and now I'm a part of Organic G.
Wow, great. Anybody who leaves job and joins an enterprise will be welcomed. एक बारी और बताओ, अपना नाम बताओ दोबारा से. And how did you get the courage to drop your job and join the enterprise? Just tell us one line more.
I just don't want to spend my life sitting in front of a desktop.
Myself Ankit Patel, pass out student of the GTU. That's all.
Yes.
Hello, good morning. My name is Viti Panchal. I am also passed out student from GTU.
Good morning, everyone. I am Ribhu, PGP1 student of this institute.
Good morning, one and all present over here. My name is Rohit Singh, and I am student of Thakur Institute of Management Studies and Research, Mumbai University. I am also GYTIA winner 13, and my product was Sancharak, a cell phone for blind people. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. It was shortlisted by Indian Merchant Chambers in Mumbai, and I'm sure you have improved your design by now. Great, great.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Zitat Patel. I'm co-innovator of Sancharak and innovator of Samay. This is our cell phone and watch for blind people.
Watch for blind people.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, I'm Ravi Agarwal, a first year agribusiness management student here.
Hello everyone, I am Apurva Bapat, second year agribusiness student here.
Ramesh Patel, Srushti.
Hello everyone, myself Dr. Nirmal Sahai, working in Srushti laboratory.
This lab of natural product has very excellent, very outstanding facilities of Ashna knows, she has worked there. So those startups who need a wet lab for testing and other things should get in touch with Dr. Nirmal. We can work out an arrangement by which because you don't have to make capital investment at this stage when you are still developing your idea. So at that stage you can access our lab, work out some arrangement, and we can help you. Yes.
Good morning everyone, myself Gurudev, I am a PGP1 student.
Good morning everyone, my name is Chetan Patel, work from Srishti.
No, what he does is, he has a huge network of educational, entrepreneurial educationist. So you can be an entrepreneur, but even if you are a teacher, you can be entrepreneurial in education. So he has a large network along with Professor Vijay Sherichand and other colleagues. Teachers as transformers.org, there is a site where more than 7,000 experiences are uploaded, and he has a very vibrant network. So those of you who want to work in education space and have to meet educationists who are entrepreneurial, who are innovative, he can provide you access. And in our conference, International Conference on Creativity and Innovation at Grassroots, iccig.org, January 19 to 22, there will be about 20-25 teachers from various parts of Gujarat, Maharashtra here. So if you wish to interact with them, test your ideas in the education space, find out what the pain points are, you should be in touch with him.
हेलो एवरीबॉडी, माई सेल्फ रघुनाथ लोहार और मैं एक स्टार्टअप चला रहा हूँ कृति इनोवेशंस। मैं कुछ 2-3 सोशल इनोवेशंस है उनको मार्केट में लॉन्च करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ।
बता दो क्या करते हो।
2-3 डिवाइसेस है, एक वज्रा करके एक डिवाइस है जो मतलब लेबर्स है ऑल ओवर इंडिया, मतलब सर पे लोड कैरी करके डेली काम करते हैं 8 आवर्स 12 आवर्स तक, तो उनका पेन कम करने का एक मतलब पेन कम हो सके इस टाइप का एक डिवाइस है वज्रा, जो लोड को सर की बजाय कंधे पे डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करता है। तो उस डिवाइस को मैं डेवलप करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ। दूसरा एक मशीन है ब्रूम स्प्लिंटिंग मशीन, वो भी है कि मतलब जो रूरल पीपल है जो ब्रूम बनाते हैं,
झाड़ू,
हाँ झाड़ू, तो झाड़ू को स्प्लिंट करने का मशीन है, और लो कॉस्ट में और फास्ट उनकी प्रोडक्टिविटी बढ़ाए और उनकी इनकम भी बढ़ाए, इस टाइप का वो मशीन है।
He has a very interesting job. He gets paid for having fun. He can do fabrication, he can do whatever he wishes, and he is also running our Fab Lab, National Innovation Foundation's Fab Lab. So you know, we are welcome. We have a very good Fab Lab in Amrapur, 55 kilometers from here, and it has 3D printer and all kinds of facilities. So those startups who really want to do something clear, I mean, you can contribute in kind. For example, you want to use it for 3 hours, work for 1 or 2 hours for Grassroots Innovator. That's it, no payment required. That you can do always. So we can work out an arrangement where startups don't have to pay for accessing our lab or workshop, but just contribute in kind, which is easy for you, for the other less privileged people, and then you access these startups. So both lab and this Fab Lab as well as Wet Lab are accessible to you. Raghunath is the person to keep in touch with that. What is our address for the Fab Lab? Is there a email address बता दो, or you can write at info@nifindia.org and then they will connect.
Raghunath L nfindia.org.
Good morning all. My name is Siddharth. I am a PGP1 student here.
Good morning. I am Ravinder Kumar, PGP1 student from this campus.
Our PGPs, if they want to go on a weekend and work in the Fab Lab or Wet Lab, you are welcome. Please understand that. You can, test your ideas. You don't know what you want to do. Most of the people don't know. Unless you are confused, you are not going to be a good entrepreneur. You understand? People may talk about focus. I don't believe in focus. Initially, you should look around and have, for want of better approach, AK-47 approach. Shoot, and whichever bullet hits the target, that is the target. All right. So in the beginning, don't be focused. Don't be focused. Don't be focused. Our western front, our western border at the moment is very heated up, but our soldiers will take care of it by using this argument, this approach. So if those of our PGP ones who want to access Fab Lab or use Wet Lab is in Gujarat University campus. Fab Lab is about 55 kilometers away. Autos go there. There are a lot of buses go there, so you can easily reach in about an hour's time, hour and a half time. Work there in the weekend, come back, fabricate things, do things, test your ideas whether they work or not. Particularly for hard technologies, I want to encourage more and more people to think about hard technologies, manufacturing technologies, because we have done reasonably well in services, but we have not done as well in hard technologies. So our bias is in promoting few more entrepreneurs who can develop hard technologies. Yes, please.
Hi everyone, I am Anurag Meena, final year undergrad at IIT Bombay. I am working on affordable medical diagnosis as well as on non-invasive drug delivery solutions.
Hello everyone, good morning. I am Shantanu Pathak, co-founder for Science Post Society, and currently I am commercializing a product called Care Mother, which is also last year nominee and award for GYTI. So Care Mother is mobile pregnancy care solution, a portable kit and mobile application for outdoor ANC, that's antenatal care access for 0 to 9 months and early identification of high-risk pregnancy. Thank you.
Shantanu, just tell us 1 minute. Particularly for the startups, I would like them to add one line. If there is something very significant and very urgent that they are looking for, just mention one line. What is one thing that you are looking for?
Yeah, so at this moment, as I said, I am commercializing it. We are looking for a fund for establishing a business case.
Okay, okay.
Good morning everyone, my name is Shreyansh Jain and I am working with Interestship, helping people pursue their interest through internship.
Good morning everyone, I am Akhil Vyas from NIT Surat, third year mechanical engineer.
Hi everyone, I am Rahul Bansal and currently pursuing BTech final year from NIT Surat.
Next.
Good morning everyone, this is Gaurav Godbole. I come here with my team. Abhijit and Pankaj, they are sitting next to me. We have formed a company, Dimension Energy Private Limited, and we are in the field of 3D printing and 3D scanning.
You do the service jobs or you design the printers?
I'll just give you a quick introduction. So basically, we are a technology company. We develop applications based on 3D printing. So the thing behind this is, we think technology by itself doesn't have much value unless you create applications based off it. Like internet by itself doesn't have much value as a technology unless you have Facebook, unless you have applications which you use. So like
one area which I want to quickly tell you is that there's a young entrepreneur in Pune called Siddhant. He has Protoprint as a company which manufactures 3D printer.
Yes.
And you know what he has done? He has given it to the rag pickers. The rag pickers who collect plastic, and they print high precision parts for industry using waste plastic with the help of 3D printing. So you are putting a high tech solution, which you also designing that solution, printer also they are designing, and they are giving it to the poorest people to add so much value to a waste, and thereby contributing to the Swachhata Abhiyan, but also contributing to job and making high tech work for the poor. So I think I want to just say that keep that in mind, that
yes.
3D printing is becoming one of the game changing technologies. Its prices are coming down, and our other entrepreneurs should try to use this wherever they wish to, for rapid prototyping, for various other purposes, and putting good use to the waste material, which you can convert into very value adding components.
Yeah. So I'll just give you introduction to 2 applications we are developing right now. So right now in a marriage, if you go, or any event, any function you go, the only way to capture memories is just 2D photos or videos. What we think is, what if we could capture the memories in 3 dimensions? that's where we came up with a new concept of Mini-Me. So be it your 21st birthday, be it your wedding, you'd love to have a miniature of yourself captured at that second. So this is an application based on 3D printing. So we have developed India's first photogrammetry based scanners. So while I was in London, yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah. So
Very
I've
good, very
left
good,
my
very
job.
good, very good. Good, 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 very good.
The other application.
Yes.
So this application called is Mini-Me. The other application is we are working, basically our brand is 3D Zest. I forgot to tell you.
Brand is?
3D Zest. We are registered as a Dimension Energy Private Limited, but our brand is 3D Zest. And we are also working with doctors in medical field. So what we are doing, we are making a surgery at very ease and very time minimalistic. So this is a CT scan data of one of the patient who has a cancer in this area. So what we are doing, previously when doctors are doing surgery or surgeons are doing surgery, they has to open the jaw, and that time only they are operating everything on the patient. There is no pre-planning of surgery. So we introduced the term called pre-surgery. What is that? Surgeons are giving a CT scan, X-ray or MRI data to us. With our softwares, we are converting this all data into 3D modeling models. We are printing in our printers, and then on this model, doctors can operate at any number of hours. Then after getting expertise or hands on that one, then he can open the jaw of the patient, and then the surgery will be at very low cost and low time. So recently we collaborated with many doctors, and we are giving service to many of them through our platform, online and offline. Also this Mini-Me is our second application. Apart from that, we are selling printers, 3D printers. We are giving 3D printing workshops, 3D scanning workshop to engineering college to make them aware about this technology.
Also give it to management colleges.
Yeah, sure.
Our dorms, they should have a 3D printer and make things in our dorms. What's the problem? This technology makes it possible. It's desktop technology. You can do fabrication on your desktop, you know. I mean, why can't we make management technology marriage in this process? Yes.
Yeah, and like we all three of us, we left our he left his government job, I left my hefty IIT Bombay job, and he also left his London based job.
I will not tell more, but I will only tell you that there is a program that President's office has called as Innovation Scholar in Residence, and that's a program which will select this year, or has selected, I can't tell you, 10 innovators who will stay in President's house for 2 weeks. And you never know who is going to be there. So it's a program which will have 10 innovators who have brought their technology to a level that it can be leveraged by public policy, and our president of our country and his team and our office will mentor them so that they can get wings and fly all over the world.
Yeah, and of course we are looking for mentoring and funding.
Hello everyone, I am Maulik and co-founder of Navkalp Group and
co-founder of
Navkalp Group.
Navkalp.
And सर आई एम वर्किंग इन सोलर फील्ड और मैं सर आपके जो NIF है उसमें 2012 में नॉमिनेटेड था.
Wonderful.
और सर आत्मीय इंस्टीट्यूट से हूँ राजकोट से और गांधीयन क्लब चला रहा हूँ.
हाँ.
डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन मुद्दे पे.
क्या बात है.
और सर 1.5 साल से मैं सोलर में प्रोजेक्ट्स में वर्क कर रहा हूँ और रूरल डेवलपमेंट में भी. और आपने जिस तरह से बताया रिमोट विलेज में सोलर लाइटिंग थ्रू प्रोजेक्ट्स एग्जीक्यूट कर रहा हूँ भी. और मेरा खुद का एक एंटरप्राइज है राजकोट में जिसमें मैं 12 टाइप्स ऑफ सोलर प्रोडक्ट्स बना रहा हूँ. और जो सर बोल रहे थे उस पर अभी मेरा प्रोजेक्ट चल रहा है AC पे, जो अभी मतलब आप बोल रहे थे ना, तो उसके थ्रू हम सोलर AC बना रहे हैं जो लो कॉस्ट में पड़ेगा और उसका मेंटेनेंस नहीं आएगा.
वेरी गुड.
और सर एक और प्रोजेक्ट मेरा चल रहा है रिसाइकल पे, और उसके लिए मैंने काफ़ी कॉरपोरेशन में भी कांटेक्ट किया है और मैंने वो मशीन डिज़ाइन की है जो इजीली कोई भी वेस्ट को रिसाइकल में कन्वर्ट करके यूज़फुल प्रोडक्ट बना सकते हैं.
वेरी गुड.
और सर एक एग्जीक्यूट किया है लेकिन वो कंपनी एक्चुअली फूड प्रोसेस कर रही है, तो हमने मॉडल बनाया था तो हमने वहाँ पे इंस्टॉल भी किया है. और एक रिसाइकल मशीन हमने आत्मीय भी इंस्टॉल किया है. पर डे 20 kg पेपर रिसाइकल करता है यूज़फुल पेपर में.
हाँ. इन ए डे.
यस सर.
नहीं लेकिन रिसाइकल करके पेपर बनाया था उसका.
हाँ, उसमें से हम 3 टाइप्स के पेपर बना सकते हैं
एक ही दिन के अंदर. मतलब पल्पिंग भी हो जाता है उसका, गल भी जाता है, ड्राई भी हो जाता है और शीट भी बन जाती है उसकी.
हाँ सर.
वाह. वेरी गुड, वंडरफुल। भाई IIM के अंदर लगवाओ इसकी मशीन, हमारे पास बहुत पेपर है IIM के अंदर, वेस्ट होता है रोज, है ना। आपके असाइनमेंट बहुत सारी चीज़ें तुम, हालांकि अब तो ईमेल हो गया है, काफ़ी ज़्यादा सॉफ्ट हो गया है, लेकिन फिर भी।
सर आपका मेल आया ना, तभी एक लगा कि एक अपॉर्चुनिटी लगती है कुछ डिस्कस करने के लिए।
हाँ, अपॉर्चुनिटी है भाई,
क्योंकि गवर्नमेंट के सामने कुछ अंदर बहुत भड़ास है।
सुनेंगे तुम्हारी बात, पूरी खुल के बोलना, सारा देश सुनेगा, सारी दुनिया सुनेगी, बिना हिचकिचाहट के बोलना जो तुम्हें बोलना पड़ेगा।
क्योंकि सर स्टार्टअप होने में कोई हेल्प नहीं करता।
सही बात।
जब खड़े हो जाएंगे तब लोन देने के लिए लाइन होगी, वो मुझे पता है।
ठीक है बच्चे, ठीक है।
Hello, my name is Divyesh Mehta, and I am associated with Maulik sir, and I am last year student of Atmaya Institute.
Very good.
Hello everyone, I am Pranav Detharia and he is my colleague Jimit Rathod. We are from final year student from DDU Nadiad, and we have been working with iCreate since last year on a project that relates to home automation and home security system. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Jimit Rathod. I am working with Pranav Detharia and I make a project of home automation since last month with in college.
See, हमारे students जो हैं, please pay attention. Many of you have to do projects in various courses rather than doing, sorry for better word, what shall I say, fraud projects or theoretical projects. Take up real life projects, you know, take up real projects of these entrepreneurs, build market plan for them, do market research for them, do financial planning for them, do media planning for them, do communication strategy for them, you know, whatever you need to do it for real users. And if your projects get utilized by these students and they add value, how much confidence you will have in your skills and in your understanding. So I would strongly plead that by the end of the day, if you wish to talk to some of them at lunchtime or tea time, talk to them and discuss with them. Those of you who are interested voluntarily, you can do it as a hobby project also, don't have to do it as only as a part of curriculum, you can do it as a hobby project. Link up with them and see whether by working with them you also sharpen your own skills in the process. Yes, please. आप बताइए सर अपना, हाँ बेटर है, बेटर, हाँ, it's not comfortable to write.
Work with Venture Studio, so though it's an incubator, you're welcome to approach us. We try and work, we want to work closely with also Professor Gupta's group. And
I've been telling all the incubators, go outside the boundary of your building and incubate people where they are. I mean, we have to develop a model where they should not be required to sit in the office. They should work wherever they are, and we have to develop a mechanism by which we extend our support to them where they are. Yes, please.
Hello everyone, I am Harshit Dave, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering at NIT Surat. And my purpose to come to this place is to find out how I can be helpful to my students who have some ideas. Good. Because government is funding NITs, we have funds, often they go unutilized. Well, so we want to work out how that fund can be used so that somebody who gets up, he does not need the loans, he gets it when at the initiation of the start. So that's why me and my team have come here.
Wonderful, welcome. Adesh, introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Adesh and I work at Techpedia.in. We are the largest student database of student projects, and we also facilitate such innovators like Shantanu, Raghunath and all by GYT awards.
What the innovators need.
Hi everyone, myself Pravas. I'm actually setting up a venture capital fund in India which is going to focus on mainly foreign direct investments and FIIs, that is foreign institutional innovation funds in India. Also kind of creating an alternative investment fund in collaboration with a few of the corporates here in India. I mean, I've been working around 7.5 years in UK, particularly on entrepreneurial ecosystem, been part of NACU, which is National Association of College and University Entrepreneurs. At the same time, I'm a local champion for West London in Startup Britain. And in Startup Britain, we have around 18,000 to 19,000 startups coming out every day in UK. So that kind of ecosystem we had created, which took us around 7 years to do that. So I'm right now working between India and UK to set up similar kind of model, or maybe creating a model of ecosystem here so that you know, we have a large group of student startups can come up in this country. Good. So thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Sharad Parekh. I am the founder of Stroth Renewables Private Limited. We are basically into solar thermal technologies, and we are developing the clean technologies and trying to make it more efficient, economical and easy.
बता ऐसे नहीं यार, ये तो बात is very very formal. थोड़ा सा और बताओ. बताओ what have you achieved? The most distinctive part of solar technology. What the breakthrough that he has achieved? Talk about your breakthrough.
So one of the technologies recently won the MIT Climate Collab Award. Out of 600 proposals around the world, we won the first rank in
Can you
industrial
imagine?
category.
Give him a big hand. And he also has the privilege of hiring his own teacher as a part of his company. बोला सर आपको कितनी तनख्वाह मिलती है? तो टीचर बोले 25,000. बोला सर मैं आपको 50,000 तो आ जाओ मेरे साथ काम करो. You know, we want such students who will hire their teachers. हाँ बोला अब आप मेरे साथ काम करोगे. आपने बहुत तंग किया, इसको पास नहीं होने दिया 2 साल तक. बोला क्या मैं आपको हायर कर लेता हूँ, आप मुझे पास कराओगे ना उसके बाद. अभी हो गया क्या, पास हो गया? The wonderful example, you know, who has got the award, and he was in MIT. I was coming out that day, 3rd of October, right? November, 3rd of November. I was leaving that place. He just reached there, and of course, with my common friends, he could go to Harvard, could go to MIT, see various labs, because I wanted him to really get exposure to the best of the world that we have in this place. But he reached there on his merit. He reached there because he developed a technology. थोड़ा बताओ उसके बारे में 2 लाइन.
So basically, we developed the Stroth Arrow. It is a hot air generator, and by using that technology, we are able to generate hot air up to 350 centigrade.
Using solar power.
Solar power. Okay. The best part of this is we achieved a 70% of efficiency, 70%. We are able to provide payback period within 1.5 years, and it consumes 1/3 area compared to the photovoltaics.
1/3 area required compared to photovoltaics. He was telling me he has a turnover of around 8-10 crore by now. He will clear suppose his exam.
Thank you.
No, but if it doesn't clear, I will not regret it, because I think he should continue for some time and have the fun of a student life, you know.
Hello everyone, my name is Nishit Prajapati, final year student from mechanical engineering from Government Engineering College, Modasa. We are working on a advertising magazine for local people and local servicemen to be popular in their area.
District level per?
Local area. नहीं, in cities, but in a जैसे कि हमारे गली में.
You know, ये बात इसमें सोचना इसके बारे में. I want to throw this challenge to all of you that in various villages or a cluster of villages, a local shopkeeper, local sweet meat peddler, उसने पेड़ा बनाया अभी, लड्डू बनाए. Now he has made laddus. सब कोई अंग्रेजी हिंदी नहीं जानता, ऐसा है कोई यहाँ पर? Anybody who doesn't understand Hindi? Everybody understands. तो क्या बोलता है कि 2 किलो लड्डू बनाए हैं भाई, आ जाओ किसको खरीदने हो खरीद लो, 1-2 घंटे में 3 घंटे में खत्म हो जाएंगे. अब he doesn't want to advertise to 50 kilometers because his clients will not come from 50 kilometers. They'll come from 1 to 5 kilometers. So can we create local Wi-Fi zones of limited coverage which can be sensed, which can push their ad as you do in our airports and other places on the phones of different people, and they get a message. बार बार कहता है साहब मैं अभी खाली बैठा हूँ, किसी को बाल कटाने तो आ जाओ. Then the message goes to people who are busy, who know चलो भाई अपना चले जाते हैं. अभी कोई system नहीं है ऐसा. So we need to create advertisement systems for localized markets. So what you try to talk about is a very timely, very appropriate thing. उसको क्यों जाना है 50,000 लोगों तक जब उसका मार्केट सिर्फ 500 लोगों का है? Why should you advertise to 50,000 people?
Because
तो अभी क्या कर रहे हो? सॉफ्टवेयर मतलब वाईफाई यूज कर रहे हो, क्या कर रहे हो? या पेपर
magazine.
But think about it how we can do that.
Because we have many good servicemen
YouTube
which
पे,
are good
Wi-Fi
at
पे.
their service, but they are not able to advertise their create new
ठीक बात,
इसलिए.
ठीक बात, ठीक बात.
Hello, I am Chintan Banchal from VJC, last year mechanical student. I am working on SAM, implicit marketing agency. वो ऐसे मैगजीन बनाने वाले हैं जो लोकल एरिया में स्पेसिफिक उनके मार्केटिंग, उनके जो मार्केट प्लेस है उन्हीं एरिया में प्रमोट करना है.
काफ़ी दिन पहले वस्तापुर में किसी ने शुरू किया था एक बारी. आई विल लोकेट दैट. उसने वस्तापुर के लिए बनाया था सिर्फ. So I think this is a good idea because many times the customers that you want to reach are within a small zone and no purpose is served by advertising everywhere. So it's a good idea.
And I am also currently working on annual project of vegetable cooking, vegetable oil extraction machine और domestic purpose for मतलब छोटा सा मशीन बनाना है जो डायरेक्ट ऑयल यूज़ कर सके.
Okay, okay, next please.
Hello, good morning everyone. My name is Milind Patel, pursuing mechanical engineering from BVM Engineering College, and I am working with two people there.
पीछे दो, Ashna.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ashna Amin. I was a pharmaceutical scientist. I had jobs in 3 different organizations in the past 3 years, and then finally I realized that if I really want to make a difference in this country, I have to be on my own feet rather than piggyback on others. And 4 months ago, I registered my company, Aranya Life Sciences, which aims to combine our traditional knowledge, which is fast getting lost, with the cutting edge modern scientific technologies in medicine to make appealing and standardized medicines and basically take India to the world map.
Wonderful, wonderful. So here she is, you know Body Shop, Anita Roddick. So this is the future Anita Roddick. I told her long time ago. She has to beat her record. If you can have a shop at the costliest real estate, which is international airport, then you have made it. And I hope she will do that one day. Yeah.
Good morning, I am Pinaki Agarwal. I am a first year MBA student at this institute, and I am also a mobile application developer, and I have a couple of my products on Apple's International App Store. Thank you.
How are they doing?
Are they doing well, sir?
Good.
One of them is for the Indian Railways. I mean, not for the Indian Railways, but it assists in selecting trains for a journey, depending on how they performed at a similar time in the previous year. So you can make a selection between 2 stations, depending on their delays that have been currently in the last few days or the same time the last year.
There is a second year student who has submitted me a project in Cinecodes. I will ask him to talk to you, because that person wanted to have a tourism planning, a soft app or a software by which people can do that, but that he would need your app for that purpose. Sure.
Hello everyone, I am Ravi Kiran. I am a PGP1 student of this institute.
Hello everyone, good morning to all. I am Ramdas from Kerala. I was a part of Gandhi and Technology Innovation Awards 2013. Our project was a safety helmet with power contactless voltage detector, which is highly useful for the overhead power line workers. So
he was hired by a company manufacturing those towers because they thought he will use their technology, but he says, look, I want to license my technology. You have hired me, but you have not hired my innovation. So there is a bit of a conflict going on, but we want to support him in this matter, and whichever day he gathers courage to come out and set up his own enterprise, we will support him. Thank you, Ramdas.
And I am very happy to inform you all that we were a part of IMC Inclusive Innovation Award.
Yes, 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 he got an award this
Thank
year.
you so much.
He got 2 lakh rupees? No, 25,000. Okay, okay, good.
Good morning, all of you. Myself, Badresh Patel. I am founder and CEO of Nanosoft, which is located in Gandhinagar GIDC Electronic Estate. Nanosoft I founded on 1st April 2013, and presently we have 2 leading projects, means products. One of that is vehicle tracking systems. Vehicle tracking systems, and that is almost proven, almost not, but it is too much proven. And now we are looking for distributions channels, and we have target to sell means turnover 5.2 crore per year. And the second one product is electromagnetic flow meter. These 2 products are really very challenges for electronics because there are risk of failure are too much high. The past is when I passed out my GTU, I was from first batch of GTU, and on the next day of my last paper, I founded my company, that is Nanotech, and in that I was working assembling of power panel of Hitachi company. And on the 1st April I founded Nanosoft, that is the second firm name with my standalone products. And presently we have the 10 number of people working under me as employees. And the interesting thing is when I was in 4th, I was selling CFL lamps in local market as my brand name Nanotech. I am from Universal of Engineering and Technology. That is in the last of colleges of GTU. Okay, and the Nanosoft name I decided when I was in 11th standard.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at this, very nice.
And
you
if
have
I get
dream, from a school days, you fulfill it when you come to college, you set up a company, you hire 10 people, great.
Yeah, and I have vision. I will my company will become the top ranks company all over the world, because we have the strong products, VTS, and we struggle too much in that vehicle tracking system and the flow meter to stabilize it. Day and night we worked with my team, and I'm proud on my team, because from crash I taken all freshers.
Who
Because
has invested in your company? Your own saving or your own family? Or
that is also my strategy. Initially, what I started from service segment, so that no investment, just recurring amounting, and I manages the cash flow as no profit, no loss. But parallelly, I designed my products. So now, vehicle tracking system, I put it in on testings, because in electronics devices it needs some testings periods, because instant in marketing it is not like a mechanical job or something. From 1st January this 2015, it is too much proven. Then no failure rates comes from my last versions. So tomorrow there is meeting for commitmenting of 1,000 pieces for distributions, means production per month.
good, good.
If
बहुत सारे tracker हैं अभी इसमें क्या?
that is, we included that geofencing features. Means if you allocate some areas, means geofencing, means if vehicle comes outside for that fencing, then it gets alerts. You can but the case is almost the VTS are imported from other sides, which are more stable, and which are manufacturers here are that are not that much stable, because once we set up this product, exactly, that price goes to China and the quality goes to German. That is our second concept also. And
क्या बात है यार, वाह वाह.
If I get chance, I will show you my live tracking.
बात करेंगे अभी, और बहुत सारे बच्चे हैं.
Sure.
I'm Arvind. I'm second year agribusiness management student here.
Hello everyone, I'm Ketan. I'm first year architecture student from Nirma University.
Good morning everyone. I'm Mayank Dabi from NIT Surat, and I'm BTech.
Hello everyone, my name is Alok Singh. I'm from NIT Surat, second year civil.
Good morning everyone. My name is Arpit Nawal from SVNIT Surat, and I have currently started my own startup Vishkriti.com. It's basically on wood-based handicrafts and home decors and furnishings. And we are currently on working on hiring very small carpenters all around India who have various other products in furnishing and all, like in handicrafts industry or in marble industry or in various other places. So we are currently past month only we launched our website and all. So it's like it's our new initiative, new journey.
Wonderful idea actually. Anybody who aggregates blacksmiths, carpenters, potters, you know, you are doing great service to the skilled people of our country and generating opportunities for them to fabricate new things, new furnishings. It's such a wonderful idea, such a wonderful idea.
And I'm currently in final year. It's like
you have got some cash flow started or?
No.
अभी
no cash
order
flow.
नहीं, अभी order book नहीं
No,
किया?
no, nothing
अभी
like
just
that.
develop phase में.
Yeah,
phase.
it's
ठीक, good. Thank you. Very good.
Hello everyone, my name is Ankur Goyal. Now I am pursuing BTech from NIT Surat.
पीछे दे दो.
Hello everyone, I'm Agni Bansal. I'm pursuing my chemical engineering from Punjab University, Chandigarh. I'm doing over here internship under Professor Sir.
Hello everyone, I'm Tahira and I'm working as a research associate with Professor Gupta.
Hello everyone, I'm Danny, PGP1 student of this campus.
Hello everyone, my name is Varun. I'm a PGP1 student in this institute.
Hello everyone, good morning. Myself Sohil Patel, and I am working on one of the startup right now called Circuitrix, which is basically empower or kit for students or maybe the kids, and which can convert a basic pencil into a circuit.
Which can convert?
Basic pencil, graphite is a conductor, so into a circuit, current, flowing circuits. So
trying to hard embedded system and all, and these guys are doing very critical job in terms of hard technology development.
So this currently I'm working with a kid in 12th grade. So we both together built this kit. So that's why I picked this.
So what does it do? Tell me a little more.
Me?
No, but this kit, what?
Okay. So it's basically, the pencil is a graphite conductor, right?
Correct.
So instead of just making wires, you can just draw with the pencils and the LEDs and connect some LEDs and batteries and it will work.
Beautiful idea.
So
What a beautiful idea. What a beautiful idea.
So
What a beautiful idea. The thinnest circuit possible.
Yeah.
The thinnest circuit. If you have a rice paper, which is a very thin paper, draw on it with a pencil. My God. This is amazing. Wonderful.
You can create lot of things, like you can get drums, guitars, basically greeting cards, whatever you want to make. So it's the creativity of students.
Nice thing. Great idea. Wonderful. You should show it to us sometime. The students should invite you someday. You know. It's such a great idea.
Good morning. This is Ankit Pichoda. We are having a startup. The type is Smart Logic. I am co-founder over there, and my whole team is present here. We provide embedded solutions for industries.
No, which kind of embedded software?
All right, for like electronics, hardware as well as software and everything.
Any kind or any control systems or
no
any
controlling system.
Control system.
Hello world. I'm Pratik Parmar, founder and CEO of the Smart Logic. So as he said that we are designing an embedded solutions, like we already give one solution to Panasonic. Panasonic Baroda. We built one image processing robot which will detect the whether glue is correctly sticked on pencil cell or not. It's detecting almost 150 cells per minute.
Wow.
And it's just last year. And yeah, we started our company before 1 year officially, unofficially before 3 years. And we are having a one full-fledged product that is home automation, simple home automation, which will convert your normal switches into touch switches with the remote control.
Normal switches into
normal switches into touch switches. So what we are thinking that we will come up with the version 1.1 and 1.2 and maybe 2.0 with the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and all, but still it is in developing phase. And by that time we are also implementing augmented reality products. That means you can try the clothes virtually in showrooms.
Yes, and you know Anand Gandhi, who is going to come here on 12th. For those of you who don't know him, he is the one who produced the film Ship of Theseus. He'll be in my class in a course, and he showed me once in his studio in Bombay that you have a picture, you see it with a smartphone app, and then it starts moving. I mean, if a dinosaur, it starts moving. It becomes a 3D on the picture that you have seen in the graphics. So, I mean, it's a new area and very interesting area. So they are thinking of experimenting this in the movies, how you can create that 3D augmentation. Very interesting.
Besides this, we are helping Soil. We made Drawdio for Circuitrix, and Drawdio is the pencil which buzz.
Which?
Like it will buzz the pen. When you touch the pencil, it will buzz. So what we can do is, say for example, there is a one maze, and I have to solve the maze. I'm going with the maze, and if my pencil will touch any wall of the maze, the buzzer will buzz, and you are out.
You know what we want? I'll tell you. I'll tell you what we want. There is a award that we gave. Let me see if I can find that. If you're holding a pen and your mind is somewhere else, not in the class,
that will buzz.
You understand? So if a student is detouring, then I don't have to look at his eyes. The pen will tell him, look, you are not in the class now. So there's a kid who gave me this idea. Let me see, that may be here. Let me see. इसके नीचे होगा. This kid gave an idea. Let me see. I think it may be here. Is this the one? keeping a student fresh while reading? No, this is different. Well, there is an idea here somewhere where the one kid gave this idea that if you are not concentrating, then your hand grip will become loose. So then the sign, either light will come off, or now that you tell me that the buzzer come off, and the teacher will not have to make an effort, the student would know oneself that this concentration is going down.
Kind of.
Good, good, good. Very useful for us.
Hello all, I'm Vishal Barot, co-founder of SmartLogic.
Hello, this is Professor Utkarsh Patel from Silver Rock Engineering College, and I am working with my a kind of social initiative called Make India. Like we had started the program with Ravi J. Mathai Center for Education Innovation. They are mentoring us, and we are working with local rural school education pedagogy.
Very good, very good.
I'm Arihant Kumar Singh, working in techpedia.in with Hiranmay Mahanta sir.
Okay. Yes.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Hardish Trivedi. I'm working since my college days. I'm working with techpedia.in. As of now, I'm a part of a German organization. And recently, a week back, I had a discussion with Hiranmay that since I'm traveling to all these different countries and I'm as a being a marketing person, I have got a lot of ideas from these peoples. If these ideas can be exported, I mean, by terms of if we can export all these ideas and we can make these ideas to the global networks, then that will be the very good networks for this kind of ideas, because these ideas can be picked up.
Not ideas, after being made into products.
Yes,
Make
yes.
in India
The products, Make in India products.
Product, and then they go to
yes, the Make in India products can be marketed very well.
Correct. Yes.
So, anybody left out?
Mention your name.
Namaste sir, I'm Isha Trivedi.
Okay, so I'll introduce two more guys before we have the break. Sagar runs a startup. He makes movies, he makes films. He maintains our Techpedia's YouTube channel and all these things. He is documenting this thing. Bhargav is a third-year student at NIT Surat. He and a couple of students have managed the GYTI backend thing since last 2 years. And Jay is from National Innovation Foundation. He takes care of the business development part. So they're working with even hard technology in the grassroots and taking them to next stage, because that's a tough part. Working with students may be a little bit easy because they understand real languages. But when they work with the different languages, absolutely missing languages. So they have been successful in terms of working in that. And I think Unnibai is here, and he is the man behind getting everything done for these workshops till late and all. So a big thank for this introduction round. We are
Silicon Valley, Ray Storm, who is saying that Make in India would be possible. His favorited the comment about Make in India would be possible through startups. There is another comment from Morning Chai. Morning Chai is at our campus, probably. I don't know. About heterogeneous crowd here. We have got several startup in Pune, Protoprint, recycled paper. Well, the community is active. I am happy that tweets are being circulated. All right. Now, our first question on which we would like to start the discussion is, those of you who started your enterprise when you were college students, please, friend, those of you who started your enterprise when you were in college or who are still in college, like Sharad, what should be the mechanism to spot students who are serious about starting enterprise? How do we select them? If we have to select such students all over the country, in every single district, what should we do? And then we will discuss what kind of support we need to provide to the students, academic, non-academic, whatever. Sharad, can you start this?
Like we can start like an entrepreneurial club in each university or something, like in colleges. And we can also go like online talent hunt or something like that, where people can come and post their ideas. There are so many foreign universities and foreign institutes, like MIT Climate Collab is one of the example, where people they applied their ideas, and that maybe we can use that kind of online mechanism to collect the ideas, and we can also go offline.
Okay. Any other idea?
The main difference I see is like while selecting someone or while finding out who really wants to be an entrepreneur is like the execution. Like there are a lot of students who will come up with ideas, but to select the ones which are actually going to go ahead with it is just having a basic B plan competition. So the students that will actually put in efforts to create a B plan are the ones who are actually looking to.
Not really, not really. I stopped going to B plan competition about 15
or
years ago because
some-
99% of them are only for CV value.
Okay.
I mean, you are agreeing with me? Are you all agreeing? Because I think majority of them are not serious. Yeah, so ये बात है और बताइए.
So I think that people need to be inspired first. And for inspiration, okay, you don't get inspired by somebody you are, probably looking at, in television. And there's a very good friend of mine who is part of the ecosystem here in Ahmedabad. His name is Jatin. I'm sure everybody knows about him. And he specifically started this thing called eChat. And what he did, he said certain, something to me that you get inspired by somebody who is actually probably living in the next society, or somebody you probably run into at a chai shop. So we need to create those stories and create that that platform for such local entrepreneurs to come at a certain pace and then talk about their stories and inspire everybody else around.
Okay. Any other ideas? Yes.
I think the first most important, we need to celebrate entrepreneurship, whether it's a success story or a failure story, whatever it is. The problems, what exactly the problem is within the grassroots level, and then try to find the solution. I think there are a lot of ideas in Indian villages and very remote areas, but they don't get access or opportunity to take it to the next level. So we need to localize that and take the institution and work with that.
Yes. Be as brief as possible. We want to hear everybody. Yeah. How do we measure it from outside? Please understand, let's say there is a vice chancellor, there is a collector, there is a district industries officer. Assume any authority. Somebody will have to run this program in the country. How would they spot you? That is the question we are asking. How should we connect agency, whichever we create, whatever platform we create, and the potential entrepreneurs? What is the best way? Many students are not tech savvy, they may not upload their interest. How do we connect?
Out by some clusters and some regional areas.
Okay, anybody else, please? Yes.
One thing that there has to be a difference between an entrepreneur and a business person from school days. Number two, when you're in college, teams like this, only an entrepreneur will be able to find out another entrepreneur. So a committee, a group, or somebody from the placement team should also look for entrepreneurs, not only trying to fix you up in some companies.
Slot, yes, good point, good point. Yes, anybody else? Yes.
स्कूल लेवल पे एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप क्या है एटलीस्ट बच्चों को उस वक्त ही हमें समझाना चाहिए. जैसे हमें कॉलेज में आके बाद पता चलता है वो एक्चुअली है क्या. हमें तो स्कूल में तो यही 10th है 12th है, उसके बाद वो कॉलेज और वही सब पता होता है.
Okay. Very good point that we should start creating awareness in the school itself. Yes. So what we should think about then is, because startup will not have the bandwidth to have too many interns. So unless we compensate them in some way for this function, they probably will hesitate because they have a lot of work to do. So we have to develop some provision, some mechanism to encourage them to take interns. Good point. Yes. That is a point, Himal, that if we can upload their synopsis, which we plan to, Hiranmay kahan gaya? So we were planning to have all these synopses at one stage. We thought about it, and then the mentors say, well, I see a potential here. This idea, if it becomes successful, is a venturable idea. Then you sow the seed right in the July or August when students are starting their projects. That's a good idea. Okay, that's a very good. are screened by potential mentors for spotting venturable ideas. Yes, 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 yes. Now कर लेंगे बात. Yeah. Any other idea before we move to the next point?
Yeah. Hello, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
I observed that during my student phase, I am a final year student in IIT Bombay. 80 to 90% students of IIT or any other college wants to pursue the entrepreneurship spirit, but because of the they are fearing if I got failed, if my parents won't allow me. So can we do one thing as they want the safety of their jobs and everything, that's why they are not dropping their jobs. We can allow them to sit for their placement for the next 2-3 years.
IIT don't allow. IIM has allowed.
Of course, IIT allowed.
In IIM we have allowed.
Yeah, of course. IIT,
for 2 years. In IIM we are doing for 2 years or 1 year.
2 years.
2 years. So.
But why not in other colleges also?
No, but in IIT it is not there.
Yeah, it is there. It is there.
So okay. So 2 years placement at par.
Yeah. Deferred. That is called deferred. Is IIT in IIM is there, but not in other colleges. Yeah. Why not to other all government and private engineering colleges? So that from there we can spot students. The dedicated deferred placement students, we can pick them.
Okay. Good point. Good point. Very good point. Any other? Yes, please.
Well, I am a school student, I'm not a college student, but one thing that I have come to understand is that from the startups that I've been working on is that no matter where we start entrepreneurship from, may it be from school stage or any stage, I believe that one thing that should be promoted is public relations. Because every entrepreneurism that we do, every product that we make should be something that is viewed out from the people and then given to the people. So I believe something that allows us to go into the depths of public relations and allows us to understand what people need, how do we interact with people will be a better idea, and that will improve our entrepreneurism spirit. So that's great.
Okay, you are from the school?
Yeah.
How did you come here?
I came here, one of my friends told me that.
And what are you doing? What is your venture?
I am working on 2 of my startups. One is a software startup. Another startup is called Circuitrix. And Circuitrix.
Circuit.
Yes.
Soil was telling. Soil was just telling.
Soil was telling.
Circuit. Okay. This is a point that you have made just now. We have a concept of innovation clubs where we have 4 functions: search, spread, celebrate innovations, and sense the unmet social needs. So these are the 4 functions of these clubs. Do you think, what is your name? Nirman, will you like to organize such a club in your school? So you understand what you have to do? You have to share innovations, search innovations that you find around your home, around your parents' place, whatever, in school itself, any field, education, technology, institution, culture, whatever, public service delivery, some government servant may have done an innovation, anybody can do that. Spread, take out from our database, any database, pick up some good ideas, share them with your friends, tweet them, whatever. Celebrate, invite some of the entrepreneurs to your class in your school, or formally, or if teachers don't agree, then say lunchtime, we will all take our lunch with you, sir, please come, or madam, as the case may be. And 4th is sensing the unmet needs. This is an area which we will discuss later on, but I think the seed of entrepreneurship comes from a need that you identify which is not met, and you think, okay, I can meet this need. Okay, okay. Anybody else? We'll go to the next point. Yes.
Have starting up as a compulsory component of the curriculum itself. So let's say there is a course spread over 4 months in which groups of students of 5-10 students have to come up with a startup, and at least in the business schools and technology schools. And the funding for that can be provided by government, I believe.
But do you mean it more hands-on?
Yes. So people may come up with some business plans or projects during their curriculum, but starting up a company as a part of the course itself.
All right, let's get into that. An idea worth trying. Anything else? All right, we will now move to the next issue. Let's say we have found out somehow the students and other young people who want to set up an enterprise what kind of support system we can provide online. Our idea is that we will not like to build 2-3 crore worth of. When I talked to the Gujarat government and we got the money for setting up the CI here in IMA way back, we had organized Inventors of India workshop, 4 workshops we organized during 98 to 2008, and after 98 workshop we realized that we should have a incubator, and at that time a lot of work that we had done was only with grassroots. We hadn't done anything with the professional or with other sectors, but Inventors of India gave access to a lot of professional also. So high tech and mass impact, that was the goal when CI was set up. It deflected from those goals unfortunately later on, which is a different matter, but the purpose was that. But will I do that again now? No, I won't do that again, because so costly a solution for how many startups? Maybe half a dozen. You can't spend 2 crores, 3 crores for a building and then house them 5-6 incubators. Doesn't work that way. So we have to find a frugal solution, and a frugal solution is wherever you are, every college can give you a small room where startups can sit and have a chair and a table. That's all you need. What more do you need? So what kind of support startups, minimum support that a startup needs, either from the college and or from any other stakeholder in the system? What kind of support? Sharad? Yes. Yeah.
एक्चुअली इस स्टेज में ना सभी कॉलेजेस के पास अपना एक वर्कशॉप ऑलरेडी होता है.
हाँ.
तो जब स्टूडेंट स्टार्ट करने की सोच रहा है तो उनको जो कंपनीज होती है लोकली उनके साथ कोलैबोरेट करके जो उनके वेंडर्स होते हैं ना, तो उनको इसमें एंटर करना चाहिए कि भाई हमारे ये सपोज पार्ट्स है, कोई भी चीज़ है, तो आप स्टूडेंट के पास बनवाओ और उससे जो मतलब हेल्प मिल सकती है तो वो डायरेक्टली ये स्टूडेंट बना के गवर्नमेंट को भी सप्लाई कर सकते हैं एज ए वेंडर, और वहाँ से उसका स्टार्टअप फंड भी बना सकते हैं. तो इस स्टेज में कॉलेजेस वगैरह हेल्प कर सकते हैं.
मतलब कि दे डू सम मैन्युफैक्चरिंग बाय व्हिच दे विल होन देयर स्किल, एटलीस्ट सीखेंगे कैसे मैन्युफैक्चर करते हैं.
बिकॉज स्टार्टिंग में अगर हम सोचना चाहे कि हमें प्रोडक्ट बनानी है तो उसके लिए हमें मशीनरीज चाहिए होगी. तो उतना ऑब्वियसली इतना इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं होगा स्टूडेंट के पास.
ठीक.
तो उस स्टेज पे हम कॉलेजेस वगैरह हेल्प कर सकते हैं. या तो एक लैब बनानी चाहिए गवर्नमेंट को, जो इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर है वहाँ पे, कि ऐसे जो लोग काम करना चाहते हैं उनको वहाँ पे सिर्फ मशीनरी पर आवर चार्जेस के बेसिस पे यूज़ करने को दे.
हमारा ये प्रपोजल था. यस, व्हाट यू हैव सेड, we had a proposal that we should have various workshops as adjunct lab of the online incubator. So let's say we have a national portal, whether it is Techpedia or whatever, which wants to incubate enterprises. At that stage, the workshops in the neighborhood of that startup, wherever that person is coming from, he may come from Barabanki or Varanasi or wherever, we should be able to have adjunct labs or workshops of the colleges there, which should be accessible to the startup. That is what we have proposed. And you are saying that if that college has, then that college should allow, the rules should permit, the education ministry should give directions to every college to make those workshops accessible to startups, even if they want to use those workshops to make private goods. So long as they meet some cost, if they get some payoff, then they get. Initially they should be allowed free, and once they start getting payment, they should start paying for using the service, isn't it? Okay.
It requires a lot of cooperation by taxation authorities. For example, NTTF in Bangalore used to have similar thing where the student used to produce something. Ultimately, they have to separate it.
But they would not allow education institutions to do profit for profit.
Tax, the taxation authorities would complicate the thing so much, because the moment you produce it becomes excisable, then it has to be bound, that it becomes all kinds.
So first 3 years we should appeal for excise and sale tax holiday.
Well, the interpretation will continue forever.
No. What I am saying is, if we can give 2 or 3 years,
whatever,
excise and sale tax holiday, then this problem can be solved.
Some policy intervention so that this is.
Let us write down. That's a very important point, that if not for profit, can somebody write, not for profit educational institutions have to encourage commercial activities, then there should be some tax concessions or tax
More than tax concession, it should be procedural. And usually, even if you tax at 10%, people don't mind paying, because anyway that part is being sold. So if it is sold at 1 rupee, 10 paisa is okay. But the regulatory requirement is so much to fill the forms, and then the people will inspect and create problems. Those have to be eased. I think tax people won't mind.
For at least 5 years, maybe 2 to 3 years.
And we already have, we've been incubated at Indo-German Tool Room, and basically it started as an experiment, and now it's not working out pretty well. But my idea was to actually tie up with these kind of institutions, because they also have a scheme called Earn While You Learn, where students can do certain things, and they also earn as well. So ITI students, for that matter, they are also coming from very very marginal backgrounds. For them, it's also an opportunity, to earn, and they can also learn from a startup.
Okay.
So this can also create a parallel kind of a system, because there's no such, this kind of support for manufacturing based organizations.
So three things have come. We'll go beyond now. We will not repeat them. One, that we allow facilities of the colleges to be used for manufacturing, either for vendors of the other companies, other enterprises, or for their own. Second, when they generate some cash flow, the college must not be prevented or must not go through a hassle of accounting those incomes in the book of account, because even if that student pays something to college, they have to credit in some head. So the regulatory process of the non-profit educational institutions participating in profitable activities, that process will have to be sorted out. And third is that the ITIs and other colleges which have disadvantaged children, they can be linked either with the startups from the colleges, engineering colleges or technology colleges or otherwise, or they can be encouraged to join hands in some way, make a consortium, make a team across institutions to do that. Okay.
Yeah, we must have some policy related to access to market. So there are a lot of commercial units out there in the market which is not being used, but it has to be used as a pop-up stores.
No, access to market, there can be no policy, because markets are markets. Unless you find your own outlets, you can't create access for market. Yes, what we are trying to do is, however, I am talking to the airport authority, and I am also talking to the railways, whether they can give some space at railway stations for displaying the products of startup.
Right.
So that we are trying. You will not get a permanent place for a week in a year. If there are 52 weeks at Ahmedabad station, you have 15 products every week, 15 into 50, 750 new products can be advertised there. Something like that we are discussing, and we will put that. Railways and airports per, we can have a dynamic shelf or a dynamic screen also, which will show the startup products at no cost or a very low cost, and even that cost can be met by the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. It hires the time and space and gives visibility to the startups. Okay. Any other idea? Yeah, in Ahmedabad we can do an exhibition of startups. Next year we will definitely give, this year we will definitely give some space in the Sattvic Food Festival to startups. I am inviting you all, those of you who have hard technologies, our bias is in hard technologies. Those of you who are involved in hard technologies, have either desks or stall, design it yourself, illuminate it yourself using solar energy, and show it to people, engage young people. 50,000 people came in 3 days, 53,000 actually this time. Last year there were 50,000, this time there were 53,000, 53,000 footfall, and these are the people who bought ticket. Children don't buy tickets, many of them are free, and there are many our students don't buy tickets. So all of that is extra. So if you imagine 60,000 people coming in 3 days, getting talking about your startup to their friends when they go out, that's a good place. So I think instead of creating a new place, we could do that. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So by that same, if we say that during a popular show do it, then maybe the river, that Kankariya
festival also is a place.
Then this Patang, again there will be that at the riverfront, there will be that Patang festival competition where a lot of people go. So maybe that is one idea. Of course, this thing is whether we have a
dedicated. Both, we will try both. We will try both. We will try both. GMDC ground can be used for the dedicated thing. And as I talked to Nirmal earlier, that if you want popular visibility for your ideas, we can discuss some concessional terms. After all, auto drivers also need to earn money. So maybe one day a week they could do some service, but for 7 days, 6 days in a week, they should be given some compensation for carrying these ads of the startup. And when you get money, it will be like a deferred payment system. I will call it auto angels. So Nirmal is an auto angel. He will say that, look, I will charge, this is my commercial rate, I am giving you a discounted price now because you are not having enough money, but when you get enough money, pay me for all this. Sahi hai ki nahi? So we call it deferred payment system. In some sense, you are an angel investor. You have invested a site, a window of auto in that promotion of the startup, correct? That model can work, both ways it will work. So therefore, they are investing in your enterprise. And if they do very good business, bring a lot of business, then you better as well give them equity to them. Yeah, why not? Why not? Because you can't create 15,000 outlets for your product and service. And here he gives you 15,000 mobile display units in some sense. ठीक है, चलिए आगे. Yes, yes, Chetan.
सर वो भी सर कोई भी स्टार्टअप शुरू होता है तो 3 चीज की जरूरत पड़ती है, आइडिया और इंटरप्रेन्योर और मार्केट. ठीक है, किसी के पास आइडिया अच्छा है लेकिन उनको आगे बढ़ाने की कोशिश नहीं है, तो ऐसा डेटाबेस होना चाहिए कि जिसमें आइडियाज वाले हो, तो जिसको इंटरेस्ट है उन्होंने आइडिया डाल दिया वो आगे नहीं ले जाना सकता, तो जिसको इंटरप्रेन्योर बनना है वो उसमें से सिलेक्ट करे. और 3 कॉलम होने चाहिए, आइडियाज वाले की, इंटरप्रेन्योर के लिए और मार्केटिंग वाले की. तो काफ़ी जगह क्या होता है कि मैंने अच्छा मॉडल बना दिया लेकिन वो वही रुकता है, तो जिसको उनको प्रोडक्ट बना के आगे ले जाना है वो आगे भी ले जा सकता है. मार्केटिंग वाला बनता है, उनको काम नहीं मिलता और ऐसी प्रोडक्ट ढूंढता है तो वहाँ से लेकर मार्केटिंग भी.
ठीक ठीक, बिल्कुल ठीक है. क्लीनिंग हाउस फॉर, हमने एक बात और भी लिखी थी, इवन द फेल्ड आइडियाज should be documented. So I will appeal to all of you, you can send a mail to us or to Hiranmay about the ideas that you took up but did not work, and send us this list of failed ideas. Sometime idea may have failed not because idea was bad, but the wrong hand, wrong approach. Sometime it is before time, sometime the idea is before time and therefore it failed, not because it was bad idea, or wrong place, wrong timing, wrong context, wrong partner. There could be a lot of things which have led to the failure, but nothing to do with the idea itself. So let somebody else try it. What is the problem? You don't have to have a copyright on your idea. अब तो आपने तो छोड़ दिया ना उसको. Let somebody fly with it. Okay, so I think we should also we should pool failed ideas. That's one of the things that we suggested.
So one more point I want to.
Yes.
Yeah, with continuation with that defer placement. Yeah, with continuation with the defer placement, like I saw that there are many ideas in the students' mind, but as because of the fear they won't able to do. So why not in that 2 years of the defer placement, if we can provide them a stipend of 20,000 on which they can survive their daily rent and food and everything, so that their parents won't force them to join the job. Yeah, of course, that 20,000 per month they can return after they got money from their startup, or if they take job, then they can return that 20,000 again to the.
They have a program. How many? 13 people. 30,000.
Yeah, whatever amount.
It's alumni driven, where they have created some fellowships. I'm not yet to see a great enterprise coming out of that, but it's too early probably, it's too early.
Okay.
Yes, but it's a good thought. Good thought.
Startup loan something.
On March 13th, we are going to have a consultation of all the banks, major banks in the country at Rashtrapati Bhavan, and we are going to develop a banking innovation policy for the banks, or banking system, banking innovation through banking system, or banking for innovations. And there this idea we will take up, that if they could provide soft loans to innovators and entrepreneurs which have gone through some public scrutiny of some identified channels, then they could be given. So the task of finding out whether idea is good or not, or worthwhile or not, is not on the shoulder of a banker, because banker has no understanding of that process. But some public agency, somebody who is credible enough does this, some platform does it, and then the banks could give a soft loan. Yes.
Have a fund. So we can also think of corpus which can be pulling from the CSR funding, because now government has made it mandatory for all the organizations having more than 5 crore of.
Mr. Maheshwar Sahu, a dear friend, I don't know if he is participating in the webcast, but if he is listening to me, this is an appeal to you, because you had a company of Gujarat government which pooled CSR funds of various public sector corporations of Gujarat. He is the new CEO of that, and a very dynamic officer. I have worked with him when he was ACS Industry, very dynamic officer. So if he could, I will get this idea to him. You also write, I will also do, and we will persuade Maheshwar to see whether he could put some of the CSR fund for a startup policy. I am sure I will persuade him. Yes.
So one of the publicity thing is is there a possibility to have a viable a magazine on startups which can, or an e-magazine?
E-magazine, at least something like a yellow pages, some pages for startups. Some we have to think about, some startup will have to think about it. An entrepreneur has to come forward to pool the, is like a marriage page on the groom wanted and bride wanted page of the newspaper. We need to have we need to have a similar matrimonial page, matrimonial entrepreneurial matrimonial, all right. So I want to marry an investor, I want to marry an entrepreneur. Marry in the sense you want a partnership, but let's think about it. It's a good idea.
Sir,
a good idea. I like that idea.
So there is a question from.
No, but they are not. They are narrating it. But how much coverage they have? How many subscribers they have? We need to really create a clearing house. Basically, what we're talking about is a clearing house that will help clear on day-to-day basis needs. Supposing somebody needs a coder for 5 hours or 6 hours. अब वो कहाँ जाएगा? My story में थोड़ी जाएगा यार. उसका there must be a way in which coders will enroll there and they will get a job for 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours. And so therefore they can do an in-kind. So we will bring the open source community also on. I will talk to FOSS people, free and open software people.
They are working in Bangalore. His CEO is Subhendu Paniglai. He's been working in Bangalore mainly. He's doing a lot of open hackathons where startups want to, give any projects. He can do.
Yeah, we should do something similar in Ahmedabad also, in other cities. We should create a community of software and other people, hardware design people. Please come, who will be able to provide some hour of work for the startups who can't pay for many of these services. Please come. Idhar aa jao, please come.